The international symposium organized by Asia Pacific Alliance Sri Lanka, titled Crisis in Crisis, Unlocking the Power of Alliance Towards Innovative Recovery, was held in Colombo. Several dignitaries, including the country director of APAD Sri Lanka, Firzan Hashim, Director General of Disaster Management Centre, retired Major General Sudhantaran Singha, Senior Advisor to APAD MO, and Peace Winds Japan, Nobutaka Miyahara, were present at the event.
Today, Sri Lanka is experiencing an economic crisis, and one of the root causes for this vulnerability is primarily and secondary impacts of disasters and inability to recover the impact following Build Back Better norms. Hence, communities should function as a multifaceted, interconnected systems, enabling partnerships, common platforms to work for all in the society with respect to their mandate, roles, and everybody's responsibility.
The Japanese ambassador to Sri Lanka was the chief guest of the event.
We would also like to consider ways to encourage Japanese investment in Sri Lanka and the promotion of tourism in Sri Lanka. It is our responsibility to share and utilize the lessons learned from these disasters and Japan's knowledge and technologies for disaster prevention in countries around the world. And the government of Japan is strongly promoting international contributions in the field of disaster prevention.
Certificates for the SAR Rope Rescue Level 1 technical training were presented to the group of search and rescue operators who completed the program. A panel discussion titled Revive and Reset, Resilient Recovery as a Counterbalance to a Multidimensional Crisis was held after the awarding of certificates.
So we are experiencing like back-to-back crises, and the nature, if you are not resilient, when one thing goes wrong, everything else goes wrong. And that's what we see, because we haven't changed the system, our markets are not working. So when there's one bomb attack, your tourism and your everything collapses. When there's COVID, everything collapses. And now we have defaulted on our debt, and it has escalated to a political crisis.
Another panel discussion titled Regaining Reserves, a Regional Perspective on Robust Economic Action also took place.
When we talk about these MSMEs, when we talk about the formal corporates, and the newspapers will focus on how the share market is doing. The entire share market of 300 companies the share market is not a reflection of how the economy is doing in this country. So I think the first priority is that the government policy makers have to recognize this distortion and set the record straight by examining and understanding these sectoral contributions to the country's economy.